is the 3 PR myths to avoid to gain sales while saving your brain, right? Like, so our brains are out of control. I'm reading a book right now about like calming down and whispering, and I'm meditating all the time. But with PR, as business owners, guys, it is so hard for us to just stay focused. So that's what I want us to do. I want us in this class to figure out, my mission is to make PR easy for you, doable for you, so that you're not wasting time and money trying to do all the things. Instead, we are going to focus on the right things. So who's this class for? Okay, so this class is going to be for you if you want to work smarter, not harder, to make sales. And so when I talk about sales, it's everything from, if you're a realtor watching this, if you've got a course that you've created, if you've got a book that you've got out, all of these sorts of things. Or if you're like me and I sell to media for my clients all day long, that is still a sale. That is still a transaction. That's who this is for. If you want to take a break from social media, which we're all encouraged to take breaks from social media from time to time, but you fear that you're going to lose the fans that you work so hard to get. And lastly, if this is for you, if you want to get featured in press, this class is going to be for you. So here's what we're going to do, guys. Today's agenda. Here's what you're going to learn from hanging out with me today. You're going to learn the different types of media so that you can determine where you're going to be most effectively be able to put your efforts. You're going to learn the fastest way to kind of cut through that noise and get the attention of your ideal client. And you're going to knowing how to play the PR game so that you can win. We're going to do all of that today. So what's the challenge? Oh, guys, the challenge that we're facing, it's all too much. And we get that. Like, everything is just too much right now. We feel so overwhelmed. Or your challenge is, you know what, if more people just knew about me, my life would be so much easier. People just need to know. I've got a cool thing. People just need to know. Or you have a challenge finding time to put everything on the platforms that you're looking to put them on. So here's your stay into the end bonus. And will you stay? I have created a very basic Instagram content calendar of ideas, because as you'll learn, staying on Instagram, staying present is still going to be your number one thing that you're going to need to do for a social media platform. So I want to help you guys out and honor your time. We're spending time with me today. So what's my story? Why am I qualified to teach you all of this stuff? The thing about me is I have been a story creator my entire life. I have always had this like creative mind, and you know, there's pros and cons to that, right? Like, I have a tendency to jump to conclusions or create a story about things for personal life. So that can be tricky, right? But for you guys and for honestly, in the world, I know how to create a story that is going to make people resonate with you. That is the reason why when I have to be careful personally, because I believe them. My stories are so good that I believe them. And the stories that I have for you guys, the way my technology and my way I've worked it out, and like when I say technology, it's actually in my head. The way I've started to create and manifest this incredible, I guess the best way to say this technique is all innate within me. And then it's been honed from years of, I'd studied creative writing when I was in college. I also was a journalism major, so I have these techniques. And then I just self-taught. I'm always taking classes. I'm always reading books to really figure out what makes me tick. And then what makes you tick? Because I think when we start personally, we can then move forward professionally with everyone. So that's my story, right? Like, I have an innate ability to do this. I've done it forever. I remember starting at my very first PR job, and I was handed all of these media pitches that I had to do. And I was actually an advertising major when I was at Carolina. So it was like media pitches. So I started leaning into building relationships with media people. I figured out how to do that. I'm going to teach you guys how to do that, and it's going to be cool. Then I started learning about social media, Twitter, when Twitter was not what it is today. I don't do a ton of tweeting now, but I started learning Facebook, and I started learning Twitter, and I started learning what branding means back in the early 2000s, before branding was a topic and we didn't talk about story branding. I've followed Donald Miller, who is an expert at building your story brand. I've been doing that, and it's just something that's always within me. I always say we have a few spiritual gifts, and my gifting is creating a story. So that's what I'm going to do for you today. So why am I doing this? I think now more than ever, being present in the right place at the right time can make or break your business. I also believe authenticity matters. However, authenticity that gets results has to be planned for and placed correctly. And I'll be very honest with you guys, I've been studying media since I was 14 years old. I was the kid that got up and every day I watched Good Morning America while I was getting ready for school, while everyone else, I don't know what they were watching. I'm not going to reveal my age, but so I was watching 2020, and I was watching all of this media. I was watching my local news, all watching. So I know the trends and how things go. I know the past, the present, and the future. I also have friends in media throughout the US and Canada. So my Canadian friends, when you're watching this, I want you to understand that I get your media, and I get the US media, I get local media, I get regional media, I get a lot of it. And then I really, my passion, guys, to watch someone discover who she is or why his story matters is life-giving for me. And so that's what I did. I took this knowledge and it changed my life. I got featured in magazines. I got my own TV segment. I just broke free into being my best self. And I think that's what this course and what this masterclass is going to teach you is being your best self is actually what draws people to you. And it's that life-giving aha moment that caused me to become obsessed with teaching you how to get definited. So as you can see, here's what I learned. I learned how to know which medium works for you. I learned the fastest way to cut through the noise and get the attention of your ideal client. And I learned how to play that PR game so that you can win. And what I learned has become my purpose, pitch, perform, PR method. Guys, man, I learned all this the hard way. I'm going to give you the shortcuts though, because you don't need to spend 20 years figuring all this out. You can spend time with me today, and I'm going to help you talk. We're going to talk about the mistakes I made, and then we're going to get them fixed. So mistake number one of the biggest traps we've all fallen into, especially as we've watched the world shift so quickly, is, you know what? If I get on TV, if I get 10,000 followers, man, if I could just get that cover story, I will blow up. People will know me, and everything is going to be easy. Who feels me? I'm just going to pause. Who feels me? Here's the truth, people. That's not true. Some of you watching this have done that. You've got the 10,000 followers. You've done all the things. But really, we've got to fix that mindset. And what I want to know is, why do you want that TV? Why do you want the followers? Why do you want the cover story? What is the root of what you actually want? And then, do you have any kind of plan? Do you know what you're going to do when you get them? Do you? The bottom line for me is, do you know your story, your purpose? Because for me, purpose, when you know why you do what you do, and you want what you want, then you'll be able to create your own PR buzz. So you've got to know your purpose. You've got to know, the first thing you need to know is you need to know your purpose. I can help you do that. The next mistake, and this is, wow, this is where we just feel so overwhelmed and our brains are crazy. Okay, so I have to post on IG, my grid, once a day. I have to get in 10 Instagram stories a day. I have to be active in 3 Facebook groups. I have to figure out TikTok because that's where the kids are now. I have to get a TV spot for me. I also have to do mental health. So I've got to be on my Peloton 5 times a week. I really need to be featured on at least 3 podcasts. I need to send a weekly email. Oh my God, I got to write a daily blog. Oh, I also need to create a course. Oh gosh, do we have food? I've got to go to the grocery store and oh, my Zoom account. Do I have a Zoom account? I just give up already. I know you're feeling me right now. How do we fix this problem? Guys, it's fine. Take a breath. Seriously, take a breath. Do you have a plan? Would you build a house with a blueprint or without a blueprint? Would you want to go to a doctor who's doing surgery on you before they even did a scan? Why do you think you need to be everywhere? Who do you actually need to pitch, right? So when we build a house with a blueprint, of course we do. We go to the doctor, we have to have a scan. You're not opening up my body without a reason to open up my body. Pitch. Why do you think you need to be everywhere? Who do you need to pitch? Pitch. When you know who needs to hear from you, then you will be able to create that PR buzz you're looking for. So my second thing that you really need to talk about to fix your mistake is to plan your pitch. Again, remember guys, stay. I'm so excited about this Instagram content calendar that I have for you. It's so good. All right, mistake number 3. Oh my God, I got the TV spot. I've got 10,000 followers. I got the cover story. And that was it. Who feels sad right now? So to fix this mistake, first off, we talked about you got to know your purpose and learning where to pitch. And that's where actually 95% of people stop. I know my purpose. I know where to pitch. I got the media. You got that one media get. And you stopped. But that one media get should turn into multiple pieces of promotion for you. It should be in your newsletter. It should be several different posts on an Instagram grid. It should be on your website. It should be all of these things. You have to know how to perform. And performing is taking that one success to make it work for you throughout all of your platforms. So expand to perform. So what are my 3? We've got to fix these myths. Know your purpose, plan your pitch, expand to perform. So here's the unfortunate thing. The reality is I can't cover all of this in an hour. I can barely cover it in, we just can't in 5 hours. I cannot cover it. But what I can cover for you is these myths. And here's the deal. Now if you're feeling anxious, you're feeling like I want to do this, how can you apply this solution to leverage your power and increase your profit? You have 2 choices. You can do it the slow way through trial and error, which I promise you, it works. I did trial and error in 20 years. I'm teaching this class and I feel very confident. Or you can do it quickly by using my program. Dun, dun, dun. What's the program you want to know? Ready for a sneak peek? So excited about this. Here's the inside scoop. With this, you're going to get courses taught by me based on decades, 4 decades of effective and prosperous storytelling experience. You're going to hear from multimillionaires who have used their story and this method to expand and reach their empires. You're going to enjoy one-on-one coaching with me throughout this course. You're going to have invitations to live sessions with media experts and me each month. Most important, decades of experience, multimillionaires, one-on-one coaching, live sessions. The most important thing is this self-paced course will allow you to break through the clutter and give you access to masters in their field. What's that worth to you? Really, when you think about it, what is access to cutting through 20 years of understanding media and marketing? What is it worth to you to be able to have some one-on-one coaching with me? What is it worth to you to grow in individual groups and to hear from masters? What's that worth to you? What is it worth to get your story told without wearing yourself out? So let me hear from you. Message me, let me know. You can follow me on all my social media platforms. But really, if all this course did was get you, all it did was get you one new client, earn you one media spot, grow your social media, would it be worth it to you? Really, think of, would it be worth it to you? What's even one new client worth to you? When you think about your pricing structure, what is that worth to you? I'm going to be honest. I could see how this is a good deal. It's everyday $997 price tag. It is worth so much more than that, but that was the number that I really felt honest and true around, and that's what I wanted to do. But I want you guys, you took the time to sit in this masterclass. You took the time to research. I want to get it today for you for $697. With that $697, you're also getting a ton of bonuses. I have tips from an own purpose expert who has created a tool to help you find your innate purpose. I've got information from a time management expert on how to tackle your to-do list and leave every day successful. And I've got tons of other interviews and information as media progresses. As we do these live sessions, I will keep on top of that for you. With this course, with Purpose, Pitch, Perform, the PR course, you will clarify your message, gain back your time, and get media exposure. My clients who have followed this method have made bestseller lists. They've sold out of a product in a day. They've got national media coverage. So let me recap. If you buy today, all of those things that have happened are going to be yours for $300 off the $997 price, plus tons of freebie. But if that wasn't enough, sign up in the next 10 minutes, and what you're going to get is the Instagram planner plus tips from my media friends on how to get your emails open, which is such a big deal. You need them opened. All right, so I want you to know we're more alike than we think. I just really believe that marketing people are not necessarily social media geniuses. What we are is planners. We're thinkers. We know what to do. We know how to take our craft, and we know how to put it in front of the right audience. And this course is going to teach you how to do that. So what you're getting, Purpose, Pitch, Perform, the PR class for $300 off plus tons of freebies. So guys, this is a recording. I want you to ask me questions, and I am so grateful that you got to spend time with me today. So that's it. I had a blast. I hope you did too. I love spending time with you, and this is such an important class for me, and it's such an important way of doing life. And I want it to be, I just want to empower you to keep doing it and keep truly, truly living your story.